He was one of the founders of the Umkhonto Wesizwe, the armed wing of the ANC. And if you are ready, I am more than ready, my brother, my sister, to talk about this great black man by name Joe Modise. Joe Modise. Joe Modise, and Joe is spelled J-O-E. Modise is M-O-D-I-S-E. Now, Joe Modise was born Johannes Joe Modise, and he was born on the 23rd day of May in 1929. He was born, my brother, my sister, in the beautiful city, my brother, my sister, of Johannesburg, the beautiful city of Johannesburg, in a beautiful city known as Doornfontein. Doornfontein. My brother, my sister, he was born to a Chuana family. Therefore, he was of Chuana descent. And who are the Chuana speaking people? My brother, my sister. Now, the Chuana people are a Bantu ethnic group native to South Africa. My brother, my sister, Chuana is made up of approximately 85% of the population of Botswana in 2021. These are a powerful people, my brother, my sister, and you can also find them in Zimbabwe, my brother, my sister. But born into a Chuana family, my brother, my sister, our hero for today, Joe Modise, never ever discriminated and was also representative of all the African ethnic groups in and outside South Africa. He fought for the integration of all ethnic groups in South Africa and beyond. My brother, my sister, today we are talking about Joe Modise. He was the only child of his mother, whose name was simply Miriam Modise. Remember, it's Miriam, not Mariam. Miriam Modise. Miriam Modise. And of course, his father was called Ezekiel Modise. At a very young age, he started school. And he rose like a column of mercury in his education. He was quite studious. He grabbed a junior certificate at the Fort Clark Memorial School in Nansfield. He left school to work and also to contribute to his family's income because he came from a very poor family. His parents impressed on the importance of education, and therefore he had to return to school. The young Modise had to work and go to school even at that young age. He had to help bring food on the table. Oh my God. He continued to go to school. Oh yes. And then he tried some sports, but he was too heavy for sports. My brother, my sister, not even short part. He continued to go to school. And then he joined the African National Congress Youth Link. My brother, my sister, even at that age, in about 1947, when our hero, my brother, my sister, was only 18 years, he became recognized amongst the African National Congress Youth League, and he was made the organizer. As an organizer, he spent all his time, my brother, my sister, organizing meetings left, right, and center, to the point that he was fully recognized by the main African National Congress itself. Moving away from the youth, he became also popular amongst the rank and file of the African National Congress, the ANC. Hey, he was a very good organizer. It didn't matter how much time you gave him to organize, he always came tops. He was, in fact, a grassroots worker. He worked with the grassroots so deeply, and people got to know him so well. Now, he realized that black people were being shot and killed on the streets of South Africa. There was so much injustice in even getting jobs amongst black people, no matter their education. A lot of black people were even stopped from going to school. They preferred to make them illiterate so they will continue to serve white people in South Africa. What did he do? He decided, oh my God, to start the group known as the Umkhonto Wesizwe, simply known as MK, is the armed wing of the ANC. In fact, he recruited a lot of young people and he trained them on how to use weapons. Hey, for the first time, the ANC got an armed wing, and that was supposed to protect it from the ferociousness and wickedness of the apartheid regime. It was all organized and initiated by our hero for today, Joe Modise. Having formed this, the ANC armed wing, the Umkhonto Wesizwe, began to grow bigger and bigger. More youth who were traumatized joined this. Brother, my sister. And now they could also visit some people with harm, those people that they believed had tried to silence them, my brother, my sister, the Umkhonto Wesizwe. Now, by 1960, the Umkhonto Wesizwe had become so powerful. And now, white people were so discretional when it came to attacking black people like that, knowing very well that they will retaliate with Umkhonto Wesizwe. There was so much pressure to kick out Umkhonto Wesizwe. And a lot of them had to travel out of South Africa to Angola, Tanzania, and some other places to regather and regroup and return to South Africa with more ferociousness. My brother, my sister, now on the 21st day of March, in 1960, the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, the PAC, organized an anti-pass campaign. Now, the ANC and the PAC were banned in the wake of the brutal crushing of the campaign by the South African police. But Umkhonto Wesizwe continued to stay there. Joe Modise was part of the group that was known as the Best of All Friends. And which people formed that group? Nelson Mandela, Wilton Nkwayi. We also had Ronnie Caceres, Govan Mbeki, Walter Sisulu, and many more. My brother, my sister, they were seen as very good friends who were fighting to liberate black people, my brother, my sister, from the jaws of apartheid. On the 11th of July, 1963, 19 ANC and MK leaders, including Atta, Godstretch, and Walter Sisulu, were arrested, my brother, my sister, in Rivonia. Modise and other key leaders such as Oliver Tambo and Moses Kotani were not at the farm where they were arrested at the time of the arrest. My brother, my sister, the Rivonia trial, my brother, my sister, was on when these people were sent to court, and Umkhonto Wesizwe played a very powerful role, my brother, my sister, in insisting that the people should be freed. Umkhonto Wesizwe was built so powerfully from South Africa that it moved all the way into Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. And in 1962, more direct links between the Soviet Union and the ANC were cemented, and more weapons were sent in to Umkhonto Wesizwe from the Soviet Union. Umkhonto Wesizwe became so huge and powerful and a big threat, my brother, my sister, to the South African apartheid regime. And then Joe Modise was made his commander-in-chief, that's Umkhonto Wesizwe, and he became the longest reigning commander-in-chief, even though he had so many deputies with time. My brother, my sister, Joe Modise remained a very solid, powerful person in Umkhonto Wesizwe. At a time when mail bombs were used to kill a lot of the radical members of the ANC, they fought back, also attacking the white apartheid regime, planting bombs in areas like that. It was like boot for boot, bomb for bomb, weapon for weapon. My brother, my sister, the Umkhonto Sizwe played a powerful role, or else the ANC would have been mauled and destroyed by the racist white apartheid regime in South Africa. My brother, my sister, he became the longest reigning. He organized all the bombs and all the strategies and all, my brother, my sister, the suicide attacks that were meted out to black people were stalled. In fact, Umkhonto Sizwe became the talk of town, protecting black people from the murderous apartheid regime in South Africa. Hey, now when it was time for the independence of South Africa, he also played a role by being part of the negotiators. And after South Africa became independent, my brother, my sister, Umkhonto Sizwe gradually was swallowed up into the South African army, phasing it out gradually and making it a recognized national army. And here in this picture, you see Joe Slovo, and you also see our hero, Joe Modise. Oh my God. Powerful South Africans. So there was a suspension of the armed struggle. Umkhonto Sizwe on the 14th of March, 1990. It was a Wednesday. The ANC military commander, Joe Modise, stated that the organization could consider the suspension of the armed struggle, but not the laying down of arms to facilitate negotiations. This was 1990. My brother, my sister, listen to this deep talk. We will consider the suspension of the armed struggle, but not the laying down of arms. My brother, my sister, when South Africa became independent, oh my God, he continued being in there. Now, there were accusations of corruption, that Joe Modise had benefited from the South African arms deal that came in from the Soviet Union and some other such places. However, upon cross-examination, he failed to provide any evidence of such benefits. And I'm talking about the Serengeti Commission that was supposed to inquire, my brother, my sister, in this corruption accusation. So Joe Modise became free and he continued to live his life. But he suffered from cancer. Yes, he died of cancer, my brother, my sister, in Pretoria at the age of 72 in 2001. He was buried at the West Park Cemetery in Johannesburg, South Africa. He was survived by his 2 wives. In fact, he married 2 wives. Eva Motesi and Jackie Sidebe, a former Umkhonto Sizwe chief of communications. My brother, my sister, he had 2 wives and he left behind 5 daughters. My brother, my sister, today we remember this great man who was one of the founders of Umkhonto Sizwe. He took it upon himself to train a lot of these people. My brother, my sister, he became a recipient of the Order of Mendi for bravery. In fact, there were 9 other recipients who were posthumous. My brother, my sister, and it was given to him by the President Jacob Zuma. Today we remember this great black man. Today we remember Joe Modise. Today we remember the Umkhonto Sizwe. Joe Modise. He died at the age of 72. May his body, mind, and soul rest in perfect peace. And as you see him here carried his mortal remains, my brother, my sister, dropped with the South African flag and given a national burial. Joe Modise. Today we remember this great black man who used his youth to fight for the liberation of the people in South Africa and beyond. Nothing could stop Joe Modise. Oh, Papa. Papa, misi wa ebi wate. Papa wa ebi o. Papa, Uniyaminko. Uniyaminko, Papa. Minube Kowate. Yeah, Papa, damn find you wate. Today we remember you. And in the burden of knowledge we ask. Now that you know what will you do, be an any olaya mini oba fe yezu de kagade me zaka yini. Yeah, pabango bokaya nfifia ye nyanu kai nawo. Bana enwe be den lele ya njima singa be kunne. Lele ya njima singa be ri.